Over the past 20 minutes or so, we've heard how bad leadership, bad decisions, and bad planning have plagued Niagara Falls, New York now for decades. Despite that, though, today there is a new sense of optimism and renewed hope for the Falls' future. Here are some of the reasons why. Recently, New York State has spent $65 million to help upgrade and build hotel rooms, including the new Crown Plaza and the renovation of the historic Hotel Niagara.
You have to provide people a nice place to stay that then provides them a nice place to eat and drink, or a number of places to eat and drink, and then attractions on top of that.
The federal government is spending millions on the Niagara Falls Airport. A new terminal is due to open next summer with hopes of bringing in charter groups and tourists. And a few developers are taking a chance on the city.
So we try to clean it up as best as we can.
Carl Palladino has about 10 million reasons why he believes in the Falls' future. That's how much he's investing in renovating the landmark United Office building. It's been vacant for years. Palladino is turning it into a mix of rental apartments and a boutique hotel.
What gave you the faith to spend almost $10 million of your own money here?
I think we're starting to get the right people in the right places. We've changed a lot of mentalities. The old parochial union town tag is sort of dying off. I like Mayor Deister. I think Deister will bring around him the qualified people to get the job done, the sincere people.
Local attorney Ned Pearlman is another person who's giving Deister, a former university professor and small businessman, good grades.
I think you've got an honest man who's educated and who is putting together a game plan, a comprehensive plan to address the failures of Niagara Falls and sort of lead us forward.
You mentioned that word, honest.
Yeah, that means a lot in local government, and I'm not sure that we've had the honesty that we have now.
A good part of that leadership will be to bring new attractions to this side of the falls. The average stay on the Canadian side for tourists is 3 days and 2 nights. That's a reflection of all there is to do there, whether it's other attractions, restaurants, or shopping. On this side, the stays are significantly shorter.
How do you get people to turn a one-day stay into a 2 or 3 or 4 day stay?
Well, that's the big question.
I think we need big projects here. I think we need, something that can parallel the wow of the falls.
One of those big projects that's being discussed is the Niagara Experience Center. It would be a high-tech museum that encompasses the history of the falls.
For the people.
It's based in part on the new Abraham Lincoln Museum in Illinois that has received strong reviews.
It would be like half Smithsonian Museum and half Disney World, right? It tells educational stories of our region's history, but it does so in a very, very entertaining way.
And speaking of Disney,
this is the ideal, opportune time to take Niagara Falls into the future. It's right now.
Brian Whitman is a Hamburg native who is now the head of worldwide marketing for Disney.
I can go see the falls, probably say Maid of the Mist.
Yeah.
From there, what else do you do?
Whitman comes back to the area often, and recently he met with the mayor to talk about ideas to revive downtown and bring more tourists to the area.
It needs sizzle, it needs some new news, it needs something people are going to want to, have to see, have to want to be a part of.
Whitman says the city needs to think big and tie new attractions into the falls and a water theme. Among those big ideas, trying to lure Cirque du Soleil to build a theater and create a water-based show here.
And if they created a show like that you could only see, premiered in Niagara Falls, only to be seen in Niagara Falls, tied to water, that would be spectacular.
The city had a spectacular failure when it tried to build Aqua Falls, a massive aquarium. Despite that, though, Whitman believes a huge new aquarium here, done properly, could rival Atlanta's as a major tourist attraction. Build them, he says, and not only will they come, but they will stay for more than one night.
How do you convince those developers to come here?
It's not an easy task. If you could focus on one big idea that could really make a difference, if you can do that once, you're going to have a great story to go tell down the line to other investors and to other developers. But you got to get one. You got to hit one, one good home run. The rest will fall into place.
It all sounds good, but the big question is, will things really change? Can Niagara Falls finally get it right? What's to say 5 years from now we're not going to be right back here doing the exact same story?
Because there is a better focus, there's much more vision, there are a lot more partners, and there are a lot of other prospects going forward, including the Niagara Experience Center, which will be a major tourist attraction.
What's to say we're not going to be doing this exact same story 5 years from now?
I think you have to look at what's going on. You do have different leadership, and you have federal dollars coming in for the airport, the railroad station, the falls.
Can we hold you accountable by the end of your first term?
Sure can. You won't have to hold me accountable because there are 53,000 people out there that will do it for you. And the person who's hardest on me, I hope, is me.
Some of those 53,000 include the folks at the Como restaurant who love their hometown.
Make the area more inviting to families and make it a vacation spot again. You know, really encourage the view of the falls and make that area nicer. You know, so it does become the honeymoon capital again.
Another one of those 53,000 is Ned Pearlman. He and his wife have 4 children in their late teens and early 20s.
It's frustrating because I know my kids probably won't live here. There won't be the business opportunities for them for this generation. But somewhere down the line, I hope that it'll be a great place again to live.
A place that can rival that bigger, better looking, and richer older brother who lives just 2 miles away.
Tired of getting hosed at the pump?